History has seen many conquerors, but only a few reshaped the world with sheer ambition and force. Among them stand four legendary names: Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan, and Napoleon Bonaparte. This is the story of how they rose, and how their endless hunger for conquest led to their end. Alexander the Great. Imagine a man who felt empty after conquering over 2 million square miles of land. Alexander the Great lived only for glory. Wealth and ruling never interested him. Only conquest did. He led his army into battle without fear, believing defeat was impossible after 10 years of non-stop victory. But his soldiers were exhausted and longed to return home to enjoy the rewards they had earned. Alexander refused to stop, pushing forward until his campaign reached the lands of India. There, he faced King Porus in his toughest battle, losing many men and even his trusted horse. Across the river stood another fresh army, while Alexander's forces were weak and broken. For the first time, his men refused to advance, forcing the unstoppable conqueror to turn back. This retreat marked the beginning of Alexander's downfall. Soon after, his declining health worsened, and his generals gathered around his deathbed. When asked who should inherit his empire, Alexander replied, "To the strongest." Julius Caesar. Next comes Julius Caesar, a man deeply inspired by Alexander's achievements. He once wept, realizing that Alexander had conquered the world at an age when he had done little. Driven by ambition, Caesar rose as a powerful general and politician in Rome. He dismantled the Roman Republic and declared himself ruler for life. Fearing he would end their power forever, Roman senators plotted against him. On March 15th, 44 BC, Caesar was assassinated, betrayed even by those closest to him, Genghis Khan. The medieval world then witnessed the rise of Genghis Khan, the most feared conqueror of the East. He conquered more land than any ruler before him, uniting vast territories under one empire. Unlike others, he never claimed divinity. He openly accepted his brutal reputation. His words reflected his mindset. Victory meant total domination over enemies. The details of his death remain unclear, with multiple conflicting historical accounts. What is certain is that his death was kept secret to protect ongoing conquests. Even in death, Genghis Khan placed his empire above himself. Napoleon Bonaparte. 5 centuries later, Napoleon Bonaparte changed warfare forever. Mastering artillery and strategy, he became a military genius unlike any before him. Napoleon saw war as art, believing every battlefield was his canvas. His memory and focus were legendary. He could track entire armies in his mind. He dominated Europe with speed and precision, winning battle after battle. But rising stakes and endless war eventually led to his defeat at Waterloo. Captured and exiled, Napoleon lived his final years clinging to past glory. He died in isolation, remembering only what mattered most: France, the army, and Josephine. Each conqueror met a different fate: illness, betrayal, secrecy, or captivity. Yet they all shared one thing: an endless desire for more. And that desire, more than any enemy, ultimately brought them to their end.